A luxurious sports car stopped in front of a small roadside stall. A handsome young man stepped out in a hurry, his breath unsteady. Inside the stall, a woman in her 50s was pouring tea into a worn-out cup. She was startled to see the man standing before her, his eyes filled with determination. Laris was a simple woman who spent her life running a small tea stall on the outskirts of the city. Her life was peaceful, her routine always the same: waking up before dawn, brewing tea, serving customers, and closing her stall at night. But everything changed when a young man named Raka came to her stall a month ago. Raka, 28 years old, was handsome, wealthy, and from a prestigious family. There was no reason for him to be interested in a woman like Lara. Yet, from the first sip of her tea, he knew his heart had found its home. That day, without hesitation, Raka looked into Laris's eyes and said with unwavering certainty, "Laris, I want to marry you." Laris was stunned, nearly dropping the teacup in her hand. "Don't joke, Raka. I could be your mother. I'm serious." Raka's gaze never wavered. "I want you to be my queen." From that day on, Raka never stopped proving his sincerity. Every day, he came to her stall, helped her clean the tables, drove away thugs who came to extort money, and even brought high-quality ingredients to help improve her business. But Laris always refused. "I'm just an ordinary woman, Raka," Laris said one afternoon. "You could have someone your age, someone much prettier and more suitable." "But my heart chose you," Raka replied, without hesitation. People began to gossip. They whispered behind Laris's back, questioning what a young, wealthy man could possibly see in a simple woman in her 50s. But Raka didn't care. He took Laris to expensive restaurants, introduced her to his family though they strongly opposed their relationship. He even stood his ground against his father, who wanted him to marry a woman from the elite class. "I don't need a young woman who only chases my wealth. I need Laris, the one who gives me peace." But fate seemed determined to test their love. One night, Laris's stall caught fire. Flames devoured everything she had built, leaving behind nothing but ashes. She sat on the ground, silent tears streaming down her face. Everything she had worked for was gone. It didn't take long for Raka to arrive. He rushed to her and pulled her into his arms. "You have me. You haven't lost everything." "But I have nothing left, Raka." Laris's voice trembled, her eyes empty as they stared at the charred remains before her. Raka lifted her face gently, looking into her eyes with tenderness. "Laris, I've tried to convince you so many times. I won't wait any longer. Come with me. I will build a home for you. Not just a home, but a palace worthy of my queen." That night, under the soft glow of the moon, Laris finally nodded. For the first time in her